We are back, everybody, in the winter wonderland of Celiana itself. I don't know why I stumbled there for a minute. For some reason, I think of Celiana, and my brain was immediately like, wait, from Sonic the Hedgehog, from Sonic 06? But no, we are back playing Monster Hunter World. And last time, we took down everyone's favorite Viking boy himself, Bonboro, with his badass Viking armor. And we are back today to tackle one prior Master Rank version monster and to continue the progress of Iceborne. So in our optional list, we could take down somebody basic, and by basic, I literally mean basic. We're going to tackle the Great Jagras returns? I need to consult with the first Wyverians about this new decoration I want to create, but there's some bloated lizard standing in the way. Be a dear and please take care of it, will you? Yeah, this was actually a quest given to me by the Elder Melder Granny herself. I don't remember the reward that this quest gives us, but we have to tackle the Great Jagras anyways, so I figure why not tackle him right now. I am still wearing the same armor. I have just switched to the longsword because I use the charge blade now technically for 2 episodes, even though that could be debatable to a degree. We'll actually talk to Miles so he stops telling us about urgent news. Nope. Out in the Wildspire Waste, we made friends with the Protectors, remember? Well, they taught me how to talk to Kestodon. Apparently, I'm a natural at it. I'll try to charm the next herd we come across into joining the Tail Raiders. Hopefully, they're easy to work with. I wouldn't want to butt heads with them out in the field. Well, thank you. And that was actually all he had. He's still using the Shield Spire, and he's still using his other good stuff. Like I said, our stuff has been unchanged, and let's head out. Now you might be asking yourself, did you really not eat a meal before you went on that quest? And you're... what? And you're correct. I did not eat a meal. Milo, what do you want now? I learned a Meowster call for a new species. I'll teach it to you right now. And it's the Raider Rider for Kestodons in Wildspire and Shamos in the Coral Highlands. No, we'll bring him with us. But yes, we did not eat a meal because, I mean, come on, we're fighting the Great Jagras. Yeah, he's Master Rank, but do we really, honestly, truly need a meal to be able to beat this punching bag of a monster? I mean, come on. I don't think we need a meal to really beat his face in, but yeah, as we progress through the series, we'll be tackling like one Master Rank monster throughout the game while we work through the actual Iceborne monsters themselves. That's what we're working towards. That's what our ultimate goal is, because I don't want to just slap a whole video of just fighting every single old monster just again and again and again. Because, I mean, we've already fought them. We're fighting their Master Rank versions. Technically, they do have a new move, but I don't actually know what all of their new moves actually are just right away. So that's why I'm not really detailing it, but we gotta beat them anyways, and as I've always mentioned in the past, prior 1,000 times, having all of the different armor options is always what you want. You want to just have these options available to you. Since I never use it, we're actually going to slap the Rocksteady on. Now, I'm still using the Defender Longsword and really the Defender weapons for everything. And for the reason is there's actually only a couple weapons, and I only really look for the Longsword since that's what we're using currently. I looked through the upgraded weapon tree, and there is no weapon more powerful in terms of raw power than what we're already using. There is one weapon that is actually... oh wait, no, there is one weapon in the Longsword that is stronger than it. There's one weapon that is the same strength as it, but it literally has less white sharpness than our Defender weapon, so there's really no sense... what the? There's really no sense switching to that weapon since we have more white with the Defender weapon. The only other weapon that is actually more powerful than what we're using does not actually have any white sharpness, therefore it is not beneficial for us to use it. And it's for that reason, without having a bunch of weapons and stuff unlocked, why I have not switched off of the Defender weapons, and that is my sole reason why. Once we actually hit weapons that are like genuinely a little bit stronger, or even the same stats but have like better white sharpness, then I'll switch the weapon. I would switch my armor around, but we're not really hurting for that yet. We'll have to replace it very soon because it's not going to hold up defensively to what we're using, and that's just a fact. Really, I should have switched it kind of already. I could have switched it to the Beototis or even Kulu's armor. I just haven't. But I'll be switching that very soon. We're going to lose all of our really good abilities, which is going to definitely be a bummer. But it can't be avoided because we're going to get to certain monsters that are just going to be doing so much damage to us. But obviously, we're not really in a risk to switch our armor fighting, you know, stuff like Kulu and especially the Great Jagras. Like, are we really going to have an issue with our armor's defense rating right now of all monsters against this thing? Yeah, these are his new moves. These technically aren't new naturally, because there's a quest called the Great Jagras that's an event quest where you fight like literally the biggest Great Jagra of like you've ever seen in your life. But the greatest Jagra has those moves, so they're not really like new at this point, but it gave it to, I believe, the Master Rank version of Great Jagra because he needs something to be a little bit more intimidating, but he, you know, he's the Great Jagras, so like really how intimidating can he legitimately be? I don't actually have any more shock traps, so we are just going to in cold blood murder the Great Jagra because no remorse, I guess. If I had a trap, I would capture him, but since I don't, he has been resigned to his fate. And Milo actually has a little Jagra killing his his superior, saying it like, oh, he's killing his boss, he's beating up his leader. And the other thing is, I'm actually out of max potions, so I don't actually have any more of those either. Kind of a problem, but we should be all right. I'll eventually like start crafting more of those in the background, and maybe when I collect more stuff to just use the melder to just get a bunch of them, I can do that as well. I'm gonna wait to let the Great Jagger go to bed. That way he sleeps so we can flint shot him just to get more damage off him, just so he dies a little bit faster. In the meantime, I'll just do some mining. I think we've gotten all the new ore for the most part. That Eltolite ore was technically new, but while I was like fighting a random Kulu just to get more experience, we, you know, I found it, so it's not gonna tell you that it's new, but it was new. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't knock me off yet. Yeah, the little Jagras are. They kind of ruined our strat there for a minute. They kind of knocked me off the big one. He's got skulls. Come on, there we go. Wow, I didn't know he was that close to being killed, but there you go. The Master Rank Great Jagra is not really a threat. Not really a monster I would particularly worry about fighting. But now, if you actually noticed in the armor end slate of the last video, so even though we defeated only Kulu, as you actually progress throughout the game of Iceborne, you don't actually have to beat all of these monsters to unlock their armor. Even though I just fought Great Jagra, his armor has actually already been unlocked, because it doesn't just require you to fight everything again to unlock the armor. It just kind of gives you, not every armor, but a bunch of the armors that you would fight in that rank. But as we fight later monsters, it'll just auto-unlock armor as we progress through just Iceborne. But since we have to beat them, we'll show off the armor instead of just having one giant fat end slate of just every single armor. I'm going to slowly work through it and just kind of show you and play it and just kind of enjoy the game organically, and then show you the armor of those new monsters at the end of the episode. But technically, all of the armor is already unlocked. I'm hoping we get good RNG for level 4 decorations. I believe I explained that in the last episode. If not, I could go over it again here soon, but I'll have to like double check that a little bit later. And a Thunder Resist Jewel 4. I wouldn't call that great, but you know, doing our best. Okay.
Let's head out to the Hoarfrost Reach and try to pick up those Legiana's trail.
I agree with the handler. We are going to head to the Hoarfrost Reach region and depart on an expedition and see what's in store for us.
Well, look who it is.
You're here! I didn't know you were already out here.
Guess I got a little antsy. Let me guess. Chasing after those Legiana.
Yep, we're about to hit the trail now.
Well, I got my own investigation to work on. We can compare notes later. I'll leave those Legiana to you two. All right, I should get moving. I'm heading this way. See you around.
Okay, let's find those Legiana tracks, Pard.
I really need to get better at bringing the hot drinks with me because we landed and we were already freezing to death.
Legiana tracks. They look like they're heading this way. More tracks. We're going the right way. Huh. A dead end. I don't think we're getting past here. Let's keep looking and see what we can find.
We'll at least grab the tracks though, because we want to collect them.
Let's see what's up this way. Wow, it really opens up here. Let's go have a look. Did you see? Did something just move out there? Wait, is that a first Wyverian? Let's ask about the Legiana.
How rare. One does not get many visitors. You are friends of the Lone Star? You seek something. See, it is not here. Search below. They know it's sent. Follow them.
Thank you so much. But where exactly is below? Look, the scout flies are headed down into that cavern. Look who it is.
Huh? Huh. Funny that you two would end up here.
Yeah, we found some tracks and followed the scout flies.
Oh. If that's the case, then we're both heading the same way.
You sure about that? I mean, other than that opening, I can't find any other place to go.
I'd like to have a look, but... Guess it'll have to wait. Huh. Always ready. You with me.
Okay. Be careful, Pard.
This is one of my favorite monsters in all of Iceborne. Because I love Tobi-Kadachi so much, it is Viper Tobi-Kadachi. Now, he, with his mouth attacks, can actually inflict paralysis on us, but the more important aspect of him is his tail. He inflicts poison, but not a poison you're familiar with. It's not like Pookie or anything else. It inflicts specifically deadly poison. It dramatically lowers your health. Like, look at how fast our health is deteriorating. I didn't actually get around to crafting anymore, but bring the herbal medicines. Bring the fast-acting poison cure. Antidotes are also fine. Those are also perfectly acceptable, but the herbal ones take action a lot faster and they're more potent because not only do they cure poison off you, they also restore a little bit of HP upon use. But yes, be very wary of Viper Tobi. He attacks you from the front, he can inflict paralysis. He hits you from the back, poison. Both are extremely bad stats to be inflicted with.
Venom will burn through your health in no time. Drink an antidote as soon as possible.
Yeah, Viper Tobi is definitely... I should just go back and like look at how fast... Look at our health. Look at how fast that is deteriorating. This is definitely... When I first played Iceborne, this definitely caused me a little bit of issue because Viper Tobi is strong. I want to see if I can knock him into the wall, but he's not really close to any particular wall just yet. I'm going to wait, but he'll probably enrage before I get to that moment. Yeah, deadly poison will actually wear off your body. It will wear off. It really will. But just... no, now he's enraged. But just know that it takes a long time to wear off, and it's deadly, like our health. And this isn't even with us really getting hit either. This is primarily just the poison doing its work, and it's doing a lot of damage. But yeah, Viper Tobi, I love the way Tobi-Kadachi is designed, I really do. But there's just something about that like kind of reddish orange hue that Viper Tobi has on him that I absolutely adore. I love the design of this monster. I love it a ton. Yeah, I'm also being very wary because without Milo using the Vigor Wasp spray, we're also very susceptible to just dying. Because even if the poison wears off, we're not going to be healed. I'm also being very cautious of that as well. Since we knock him down, the Woogs are going to kind of attack us as well, but they're also going to attack Viper Tobi because he is also down. And since we're running out of HP, I need to get away from him and I need to drink a potion. I don't want to overly rely on the max potions because I am naturally running out of them. So I'm just going to kind of do this to get my health a little bit back up. The deadly poison should wear off at some point. You see how it's taking me a bunch of mega potions to heal, and that poison is rapidly killing us. But for now, we need research on him. I'm going to pick up his tracks, kind of waiting for the deadly poison to wear off. As I say that, it's actually worn off. Now I'm going to pop another mega potion just to get my HP back up to full. And now to give chase. But he didn't go that way. He went this way. Yeah, Viper Tobi is definitely one of the tougher monsters if you're not prepared for poison. If you're not expecting or preparing for the poison abnormal status, then this is definitely a tough fight. Because that poison, like you can play cautious and just try to generally avoid him. and not really get poisoned, but it's such a risky strat. Also, our natural stamina is also diminishing, which is also a bad sign. We're gonna see if we can get him with a Helmbreaker before he truly gets out of the way of my movement. Alright, we didn't get big damage off him, but we got damage. We have another monster intruding on us. That one looks a lot like an Anjanath, but it's not. It is a Fulgur Anjanath. And obviously, Fulgur Anjanath is a higher tier monster than Viper Toby. And it just tossed him around like he was nothing. But that did help us because that did get free damage off on Viper Toby for us, which is really awesome. Something we definitely wanted. And we can grab some more. We're almost close to Viper Toby's research being maxed out. Fulgur Anjanath is also getting very close, but not quite. For some reason, we don't actually have Viper Toby targeted, so we're gonna have the Scout Flies lock onto him. We really just need like one more Viper Toby track and we'll be good. I mean, honestly, same with Fulgur Anjanath. One more Fulgur track, if he left any behind, will also be looking really good. I grabbed some stuff. I do have my evasion mantle, which I'll slap on just to help me with a little bit extra evasion. Just a little bit. It's not going to save me if I'm more in the middle of an attack, but every little bit does help. One cool little detail about Viper Toby and monsters, I think it was also in effect beforehand, but I noticed it more in Iceborne. So you saw in that cutscene, Viper Toby's eyes kind of started to glow yellow. That will actually be the tell sign that he's enraged. It's like right now, he's enraged. Even if I wasn't looking at the shield on the bottom, I could tell he was enraged because his eyes are yellow. And when he becomes unenraged, or starts dipping out of it, his eyes will diminish out of that yellow. Just a cool little detail if you don't want to specifically look at your map. It is a cool little thing that you can notice. You notice as I'm dodging, I'm getting some good evades and my character will flash red for a brief moment. That is the last moment evasion coming through, giving us that buff. We are poisoned, which is bad. This is really bad. I'm gonna just pop another max potion because my life is so low. We don't quite have enough research on Viper Toby to see when he'll have skulls, but he is getting very tired. And as you see, he's no longer enraged. His eyes are no longer well, weirdly, they're still bright yellow. Very strange. I guess the game wanted to make a liar out of me. Yeah, he wasn't enraged, but his eyes are still yellow. Huh. Well, I guess, don't listen to me. I could have sworn that's a detail. I swear to you that's a detail. But we did just get some free damage, and Toby was looking pretty exhausted, but the poison killed us. But that was 100% my fault. I was not actually paying attention, so that's on me. The good news is that there's no items in our item box because we're not actually on a proper quest. But if we go a little bit out of our way, well, we'll show it next time. But there are mysterious footprints, which are still Legiana's, but maybe on our way back to Viper Toby, maybe we will encounter a track of his and we'll be able to max out his research. And actually, what we're finding tracks for is not, I do not believe it's specifically the Legiana. It's something else that's in the Hoarfrost Reach region. Oh, it was Bombro. Oh. I guess he is here. I think it's because I didn't turn in the research on him or I didn't max it out last time. I think that's why it's not telling us it's Bombro, despite the fact that we've seen him before. That's the one kind of downside I'll give it, is that if you don't max out research and don't turn it in, the game's going to be like, sorry, you didn't find any monster? What are you talking about? I'll be like, but I did. Oh, let's grab that other track. Oh, they didn't max it out. We're so close. Oh, we're so close. I want to... Is there one... yeah, I was going to say, there's going to be one more track of Bombros somewhere. There we go. Now Bombros max out. Now the game should be able to allow us to actually turn in his research to level him up. And Viper Toby is almost dead, and you know it because he's sleeping in his nest. But since he's sleeping, we can do a wake-up flint shot for double damage. And this should do him in. Not quite, actually. He broke his tail, which is really sweet. Come on, Viper Toby. I know you're almost defeated. I feel like literally any hit is going to do him in. Any hit could be it. Oh, we got the knockdown. Is this it? Is this it? That was it.
You okay, Park? Let's call this expedition a wrap and meet back up.
We didn't get any super cool little cinematic cutscene because we weren't actually in a quest to defeat Viper Toby. We were just in an expedition. Well, let's meet back up with our handler.
Well, shall we? Watch your step. Would you look at that?
Doesn't look like a ship from any of our fleets. No, this is older than the Commission itself.
Found you. Take a look at this shard. Never seen anything like it. This handwriting.
You've seen it?
It was long before the first fleet was dispatched. There was an explorer searching for the new world. I hoped our paths would cross again. Let's see. Monsters displaying disturbing behavior. Song.
Song?
I found a shard. I'm not sure how it was created. I need to check. Sorry, but I can't read the rest.
The Legion is sudden migration. And Song. These notes we found. It's happening right now.
So this thing might be the key to this whole mystery.
Yo! We've been looking all over for you guys. Whoa, look at this old relic.
Can you focus on your job, please?
Sorry.
Astera is calling back its hunters. We need to return ASAP.
What? My grandfather's. I think they're the same.
Wait. You're telling me he brought this from the New World?
I thought I was getting closer to the truth.
Then we'll get there together. You want to know what really happened, right? Same as me. We won't let this get away from us.
Thanks. But
Kid, you either come with me or go home. Don't second guess yourself. There's no time.
Hey, don't worry. I can fill in for you and help while you're gone. For the time being, allow me to be your handler. Sound good?
An offer from the best handler in Astera? You'd be crazy to refuse.
Everyone, thank you so much.
Glad to have a partner.
Fine.
Okay, looks like we're done here. Let's go.
Good luck.
This won't be for nothing. Partner, take care.
Thanks for coming on such short notice. Now, as for why I called you back, hold on. Where's the little gourmand? Still finishing off a few steaks at the canteen?
Actually, she's engaged in another investigation at the moment. I'll be supporting her partner for the time being.
I see. Very well then. Let me fill you in. There have been reports of unidentified subspecies in the Wildspire Waste and the Coral Highlands. One seems to be a subspecies of Paolumu, and the other of PKK. The Analytics Division theorizes that the sudden appearance of new subspecies may be linked to whatever caused the Legiana crossing. Their theory is that some sort of change in the environment has upset their normal behavior. Therefore, we need to take these developments seriously. Seeing as how you'd witnessed the altered Legiana firsthand, I thought you'd be perfect.
Understood. Then my temporary partner here will hunt the subspecies, while I provide support and compile detailed reports for analytics.
Very well. I'm counting on you two.
You've been tasked with investigating the new subspecies. I look forward to working with you, temporary partner.
Yes, we have the serious handler as our partner now. She is now helping us out instead of our regular partner. This is kind of a divisive part. Some people hate your actual handler and like really prefer the serious handler. I'm kind of the same. I really like the serious handler, but it's only temporary. Oh, hello, Hunter. I had a lovely chat with the first Wyverian, thanks to you clearing the way for me. I ran back home as fast as I could to make this for you. I only hope it proves useful. Let it help you forget the cold and focus on your work, dear. So, what can I melt for you, Sapphire Star? We got an Ice Resist Jewel 4. Nothing super amazing. I mean, it's helpful, I guess, because it can prevent you from being inflicted with Ice Blight, but I mean, is it really that detrimental to us? Not really, but hey, it's another level 4 deco. Our collection's growing. Yes, hello, Hunter. Now, you are not losing your mind. 'Tis not the books talking, but I, the Vice Chief Ecologist. Yes, the director said there was no distance he wouldn't travel in pursuit of knowledge. No. So he up and climbed aboard the airship. Which is why it is I that sits before you now. Yes, yes. Still, that needn't change much for you. No, I'll hear your reports, same as ever. Yes. Yes, let us look at your progress. Bayo told us in Bomboro because we didn't actually get enough on Viper Toby, which is a little bit upsetting, but it can't be helped. And in the meantime, since we will be hunting in Astera, we do not need to wear the direwolf set. We can take off our warm, cozy clothing and look like this. But we'll change our armor a little bit. So, next time on Monster Hunter World, we gotta go tackle the subspecies of Paolumu and PKK in Wildspire and Coral Highlands respectively. What awaits us? What will they look like? Will they kill us like Viper Toby? Who knows? I'll see you guys then. Stay wonderful.